My next guest is calling it an $86 billion opportunity that investors need to pay attention to. We're talking IT security from cyber to home. And now the latest category he's eyeing is drone security. Menlo Ventures' Mark Siegel joins us in our latest edition of The Spark to explain this one. Hi, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
So are you shooting drones out of the sky here?
Well, not yet. Actually, the key thing is detecting them. That's the first order of business.
Okay, and how does that fit into what you're already working on in terms of IT security?
Yeah, the $86 billion market that you mentioned is kind of broadly IT security, and we've made investments in the past in a number of companies kind of up and down the technology stack for what we would think of as kind of traditional IT security. But came as a big surprise. We've been dabbling in the drone space for the kind of applications that I think most of us are hearing about, like for delivery and photography and inspection services. But it turns out that drones are being used for a lot of malicious purposes, and they're being flown next to office buildings to get on people's Wi-Fi networks to steal passwords and data, sometimes posing as printers and, collecting people's print jobs. And they're being flown into prisons to deliver drugs and weapons, into stadiums. Wow. There's probably an incident a week now at major airports with airplanes. So it's really become a huge problem.
This is fascinating. I didn't realize that's actually what was going on here. So what's the security aspect then? I mean, what are you and what are the companies out there that you identify that are now trying to respond to this?
So the company that we invested in is called Dedrone, and they've got a product that's it's probably about 2 feet in diameter. It looks like a cross or an X, and it gets installed at airports and prisons. These are a lot of the first customers, some big stadiums. And it uses a number of different technologies, optical, sound, RF, to detect an incoming drone, to track it, and predict its trajectory, and also find out where it came from. And then, depending on the use case, how you decide to respond to that may differ. It turns out in a prison, you may want to actually let the thing land and see who picks it up, or try and arrest the person who's flying it. If it's coming into a crowded stadium at the Super Bowl or a World Cup game, you may want to shoot it down before asking any questions.
Seems like an obvious fit for, private opportunities or for law enforcement.
But I was about to say, Mark, when is the federal government or the state government going to get involved here? Because it seems to me that if you have all these people running around with their own drones, their own security drones, it's just going to be a mess. So what is going on the regulatory front that will either make sense of this or make it a bigger mess?
Yeah, so FAA regulation is a huge hurdle for companies that are trying to do good services with drones. And so it is regulated. In fact, the airspace around airports, it's illegal to fly anything. So these are people who are clearly violating the law. And the question is, how do you respond to it? So there's actually a lot of regulation. And in fact, I think that it's going to be a little bit of a interesting thing to navigate, to see how the FAA will allow autonomous drone deliveries, and as we see collision avoidance software get into these products, how safe they're going to be, and how soon the regulations will sort of ease up for companies that are doing things perfectly legally and trying to deliver services.
And this is only one aspect of the portfolio here, Mark. I'm looking at your investments in Uber and Warby Parker and Betterment and a few other things here. So when are these going to get out the door and go public?
Oh, well, for a number of them, I hope pretty soon. There's a real logjam right now in the IPO market. So a lot of private companies that have raised a lot of money and frankly don't need to go public anytime soon. And so I think everybody's wondering that.
Public?
Well, ultimately we do. The way we return dollars to our investors is when companies go public and we've got a tradable stock, or when they get acquired by a public company. So yeah, eventually we do. We're very patient, so as long as these companies are continuing to create value, it's okay with us if they stay private, but eventually we do need some sort of liquidity.
Yeah, well, let us know when they're moving, okay?
Yeah, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.